Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do this amazing drawing you just saw here called the continuous line drawing. First thing you want to do is create a 1/2 inch border all the way around the edge of your paper. I didn't show myself doing that because it's pretty simple to do that. So just make sure you get that border in there first. Next thing you want to do, as you can see, is get some doodles in place. I thought I could just take off and start inking this and just sort of make my doodles up as I went along, but I quickly realized that it is much better, as you see me doing now, to just slow down and sketch some doodles in there using a pencil. I also put my name right in the center there in big block letters, which was to me just a good choice of just to get some groundwork laid in there, and then you can go ahead and put little doodles all around your name in block letters. So I would highly recommend doing that unless you just love making doodles, and there's a lot of doodles that you know, but for me it was great just to get my name in there as a base. Alright, and then I'm off to the races putting in doodles. And I was looking at a reference sheet of little doodles, even though they are pretty easy to imagine. It is helpful to do an internet search and find those doodles and then just work on copying them in there. And the nice thing about doodles is they are really forgiving. They don't have to be exact or perfect in any way. All right, well, as soon as I got my doodles in there, I went ahead and continued on with my inking. Now, the name of this project is called the Continuous Line Drawing, so you are going to do your best to make this one giant continuous line. One of your other goals as well is to not cross over your lines that you've made. However, I realized that was extremely difficult, and so when I sort of trapped myself into a corner, I went ahead and just found a path out of it, and it didn't seem to affect the quality of the drawing at all, so feel free to do that. But for the most part, you are going to try to have this be just one solid line, which is a lot of fun to try to do. And you can see I'm just going around things, in and out. I'll trap myself into a corner and then try to work myself out. I also leave areas that are slightly more open than others. Some of them are really filled up with doodles, and others still have a little bit of white space. So I would recommend doing that. Don't make it all completely solid in doodles. But you do want to have a lot of those zigzaggy and curved lines in there as well. Make it as rich as possible. Alright, well, my doodle drawing is finished. At this point, I divided my picture in half, and I'm going to do a silhouette of my hand on both sides of the paper. Now, if you wanted, you can do a silhouette of just about anything. If you want to put your favorite Pokemon character in there or anything that you decide would be fun for you and mean something to you, go ahead and do that. But my hand was readily available, and so I went ahead and traced my hand. I thought it turned out pretty nice doing it that way. All right, and then I went ahead and inked the hand silhouette that I had in there. That was very important. This is where it's sort of a make or break time. You really have to be extra careful with your marker work and really keep an eye out because you don't want to get color in areas that you don't want it. So I'm just coloring the inside of that hand there on the left, and then on the right side I am going to color the outside of the hand. Once again, you want to be as careful as possible here. Go nice and slow to make sure you don't make any mistakes. And on the left side, I am using exclusive cool colors, being greens, blues, and purples. On the right, I am using warm colors, red, orange, and yellow. Final touch here, guys, I go around both hands and shade, give it a little cast shadow, which gives it the illusion that the hands are sitting on top of the drawing, and this is a really important part to just make your drawing pop and make it look that much more interesting. Alright guys, there's the finished piece. Hope you enjoyed creating this as much as I did. Have fun on your own.